What's up, everybody? We are back with the Magic and Andrew MMA betting show. We've got episode 84, UFC Vegas 80, Bobby Green taking on Grant Dawson. But before that, we're going to run through the entire card, starting with the first fight on the prelims. As always, Magic, kick us off. Let me pull up the list so I know what fight to ask you about. We've got Montana De La Rosa taking on JJ Aldrich, the first fight of the night. What do you got here?
This is a pretty good fight. I think, the thing with Aldrich is she's technically sound everywhere, on the ground and on the feet, but she doesn't have much power or physicality, and she's vulnerable. And De La Rosa is a durable fighter. She's the better grappler. She may be a little bit bigger, and she also has a lot of dog in her. I think De La Rosa is eventually going to hurt her or get a dominant position in the ground and fuck her up, honestly. I like De La Rosa a lot here. Pretty nice opener.
Yeah, I bet De La Rosa when she was the underdog. I think the current price, like minus 150, is about right. It's pretty crazy. She's fought some really good people lately, and I feel like it's clouding people's judgment of her. Like, she fought Tatiana Suarez and Macy Barber her last two fights.
I bet Tatiana to finish that fight, and people were parading that bet, and I don't think it was a particularly great bet. She was getting tired, and that was about to turn funny.
Yeah,
people are acting like that was free money, and that was about to turn very, very funny, in my opinion. Tatiana was getting tired.
And if you want to MMA math it, De La Rosa beat Ariane Lipski in her last win, and Lipski just beat JJ Aldrich. I know it's not the same stylistic matchup, but it gives you kind of an idea of where these two are at least for me. But yeah, I'm taking De La Rosa here in the first fight of the night. Next up, we've got Johnny Munoz Jr. versus Aori Keang. I don't have any strong opinions here. I'm going to pick Aori to get the win, but it's probably one of my least confident spots on the card. Obviously, Munoz, dangerous BJJ, but if he doesn't get it here, if he doesn't get the fight down to the mat at a big rate, I don't think he's going to have a ton of success. But then again, Aori doesn't always do enough to pull away on the feet. He's a decent wrestler. I just think it's a close fight more often than not, but for pick's sake, I'll go with Aori. Do you have anything here?
Yeah, I took a little bit of Munoz by submission plus 280 out of principle. I mean, Chinese people suck at jiu-jitsu, and this guy is good at jiu-jitsu. So the math seems to add up. And this guy can be grappled. I mean, he's been taken down by people that have tried to take him down. He's like, it's almost like they are sending hordes of these people from China. I don't know where they are getting them from. They are also myth, but they are like usually durable, have good pace, have a lot of heart, and are like a 6 at everything, and they just fight. You know what I mean? I don't see anything special about them outside of Weili Zhang, who is fucking good. But yeah, I mean, if Munoz gets hurt and starts pulling guard or whatever, it's going to be a shit show. But Munoz should be able to find back takes here, I think. If not, he's probably not going to cover that price. So yeah, out of principle, a little bit of Munoz by submission.
Did you tweet that we're live? I forgot to do it.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah, you did. Attaboy. Thank you. This is a massive donation from Corey. We appreciate you, buddy.
This just changed my life. Again.
Magic's kids are gonna get to eat.
I'm going to go to college.
Seriously, thank you. It is much. We really appreciate that. Most people don't even say anything. How many NCAA football wagers do you have going right now? 50 probably this weekend. I don't know about right now. I don't know what time the games are, but it's a lot. Thank you, Fat Bulls. That's a creative name. Chronic Combat Conversations, our pals. Thank you. Poor Celebrate. Thanks, Ken. Next up, Kanako Murata versus Vanessa Demopoulos. I could start here. I think the big price tag on Murata is justified. I expect her to get takedowns here. She is coming off a layoff, which is a little bit of a concern, but it's not like she's old. She's 30. Obviously, she has great wrestling. I felt like her last fight against Jandiroba was like a really rough stylistic matchup for her. Demopoulos, not much on the feet. I don't think she's a good wrestler. She throws off subs off of her back sometimes, but unless she catches Murata in something, I don't think she's going to win this fight. So, yeah, I'm going with Murata here. Anything different for you?
How many people are watching this live?
230.
Holy shit, that's a lot. One of my friends is watching, and he said to me on WhatsApp, there is not so few people, you know? And then he said, fuck, $100.
See, he knows that goes a long way there.
I can buy a car with this in Spain. I think. I mean, I put it out on Twitter. This one. I have 5,000 go the distance, small, just a unit. I think the price is. I mean, this Japanese girl really has no reach. Is aggressive. I know the Mopoulos doesn't really get finished, but which finishers has she faced? You know what I mean? And this girl is going to be on top of her everywhere. But I mean, Murata is the way better grappler. I mean, the way better wrestler. She's like a legit wrestler. And she passes aggressively, beautiful passes, goes to the crucifix. She's like pathologically aggressive on top. But at the same time, for some reason I don't understand, she lets people get deep on her arms all the time. And the Mopoulos is like an armbar specialist. This is the natural predator of the women MMA fighter, the armbar from guard. I think a little bit of the Mopoulos by submission is like mandatory. It's like plus 800, plus 900. It's basically her win condition. So I think it's going to be a really good fight. I mean, not a really good fight, but I think it's going to be a fight.
It is going to be a fight. Nate Manus taking on Mateus Mandanka. I like Manus here. I think this doesn't go 3 at a pretty high rate. I feel like there's concerns on both sides with the weight cut. Manus had his first fight at 125 and his last one. This is Mandanka's first fight at 125. Manus, he's fought a couple really good guys in a row. Tajir Ulanbekov, Umar Nurmagomedov, just 2 rough stylistic matchups. Mandanka's got some finishing upside. He swings hard, but he kind of wings hooks. I don't trust his gas. He's a finisher on the mat, but I don't like his wrestling. I kind of think this is just going to be a chaotic fight. It's dog or pass from a money line perspective, in my opinion. You have anything on this one?
Yeah, we have this intention. If there is enough people by the end, we may do some live viewing of the card. So don't go. People usually go when we get to the questions, right? Like to the final part.
I have to finish up some betting stuff before
it's
the.
Okay. It's okay. I will just be here talking with the chat by myself.
Yeah, we should do that actually. I don't.
Yeah, I bet Manus against Ulanbekov, and then I bet him against Umar. From 1 to 10, I would say that's a solid 9 in retardness. Like the Umar, I can get it, but Ulanbekov was like, that hurt me, bro. Like, what are you doing? How do you get tapped like that? He's gigantic at flyweight. I don't even sure if he's fit to compete. You know what I mean? We haven't really seen him compete at flyweight. He has been tapped almost. I mean, not tapped because Umar didn't tap him, but yeah, this should be a barn burner. I have doesn't go. And I didn't bet Manus after betting him against the Dagestanis. So if he wins here, I'm probably calling the police. If he wins here as a plus 200. Yeah, I think doesn't go. Mendoza is really live to knock him out, I feel. But Manus swings. Like, this could look similar to the Tony Gravely fight, I think. I think they are going to swing. Is Mendoza in shoot the box? He fights with that ambition. You know what I mean?
It says like, shoot the box Diego Lima, whatever that is.
Yeah, that's shoot the box. Diego Lima is the head of shoot the box.
There you go.
The dog, like they call him.
Next up, we've got Karolina Kowalkiewicz taking on Diana Belbita. Oh my God, that was tough to say. Karolina Kowalkiewicz taking on Diana Belbita. I'm on Kowalkiewicz here. I think she has all the grappling upside. She's fought the better people. I think she has more pop in her shots. If you take a look at Belbita's UFC career, she's 2-3 against a very weak strength of schedule. Obviously, her wins coming against Maria Oliveira, which I bet her in that fight, and Hannah Goldie, who both are like fringe UFC caliber. Losses to Molly McCann, Joshua, Gloria DePaula. Karolina usually beats this level of fighter. I've kind of been on her in a few fights in her resurgence. She beat Felice Herrig, Vanessa Demopoulos, Silvana Gomez Suarez. Her losses typically come to like the best girls in the world. She lost to Grasso. She lost to Andrade, Yan Xiaonan. I think it's cheap. I like Karolina here. Did you bet anything on this one?
Yeah, I feel if Karolina... I mean, this is crazy to say. I really didn't want to bet this, but the price is insane. I think Karolina can get on top and do whatever she wants here.
Yeah.
Like, her grappling has improved a lot, and I think she can get takedowns. Belbita is a really, really bad grappler. On the feet, she's all right. She's big, has reach, has some power. He's all right. Yeah, but she takes bad decisions, falls into the clinch all the time while having zero needs to fall into the clinch, and on the mat she's really bad. And Kovalkiewicz is reliable to proactively push a pace, and maybe even if she is not proactively grappling, it's going to be there because women's MMA. You know what I mean? So yeah, why not? It's
This
a
is
big,
great.
big prize. I think Carolina is going to tap her, honestly.
I bet that also. That's funny. We agree on every fight so far, and I know we agree on this one too. As much as it pains you, Philip Lins versus Ian Kudalaba, what are your bets here? Or I shouldn't say what
Yeah,
are
I
your
mean,
bets here. What's your opinion on this fight?
you know, Kutelava is my guy. I'm not going to be too mad if he bonks Lins in the first 2 minutes, but if this goes past 5 minutes, he's going to get paced. My boy Ion has no gas, and when he gets tired, he has an uncanny ability to get tapped too. So yeah, I think this is Kutelava early or Lins mid to late, or any time basically. And I mean, you have to take Lins props. I mean, numbers are numbers.
Yeah, I like Lins here as well. Obviously, better cardio. He's good jiu-jitsu, better technically, just more trustworthy down the line. Concerned about him getting a little bit older for sure. And Kudalaba definitely can knock anyone out early. He goes out there, looks for the kill. But I'm just taking the guy at plus money with better cardio, more trustworthy process. Obviously, Kudalaba has been in plenty of fights where he kind of just goes for it, and if it works, great. If not, he kind of wilts. You look at his last few fights. Tanner Bozier got him out. I was on him in that fight. He got him out of there right away. Kennedy, he folded. Johnny Walker, he folded. Ryan Spann, he folded. It's just you kind of know what you're getting with him. I don't want to say he's round one or bust because he does have those couple of fights against guys like Devin Clark where he won a decision, and he also had a draw with Dustin Jacoby. But I think more often than not, he's just going to go berserker round one and then kind of goes downhill from there. Like you said, like I said, he could get finished in round one, but I just don't think it's at a level that's implied here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this guy's talking about. Velvita is like fine.
I'm not putting that on the screen.
I mean, it's not offensive or anything.
We don't condone that here.
Why? I just see you block this clown, the Tajik bike guy. What did he say?
We're not acknowledging.
Why not?
I don't punch down. I don't punch down. If someone's not on my level, I'm not. I won't even acknowledge them. We got a real fight to talk about here. Alexander Hernandez taking on Bill Algeo. I like Hernandez here. I think a lot of people do. The line's moved a ton. I think he's the rightful favorite. A lot of people comparing this fight to the Quarantillo fight, which I don't really think is relevant.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like he's just not the same type of fighter. I mean, obviously Hernandez, you kind of know what you're getting with him. He's pretty well put together, well-rounded. He's had some cardio issues in the past, but that Quarantillo fight was fought at a crazy pace. Hernandez looked really good in the beginning. Obviously, I think the Jim Miller fight was a good win for him. I know it was closer than some people expected, but Jim Miller's a solid fighter. You got Bill Algeo, who he has good cardio. He's lanky. He kind of pulled one out of his ass against TJ Brown. I thought that fight was not going well for him.
He was getting walked. I don't know what people talk about. And I don't even remember if I bet TJ Brown there. Maybe I did. I think I bet TJ Brown by submission or decision, maybe at a big number, something like that.
Maybe.
And he was getting walked. I don't know what fight people are watching. He just clipped him with a right hook when Algeo has never knocked out anyone in his fucking life in the UFC.
Yeah.
That was. That was just a TJ Brown moment.
Yeah, well said. But yeah, I mean, I don't really get the case. Obviously, now the line's changed, but I didn't get the case at all for Algeo being a favorite here. I mean, Ricardo Ramos took him down 8 times. Hernandez could take him down at will if he wants. He's the better puncher on the feet, like especially to the head. Him being the favorite for sure makes sense to me. I know you like Hernandez. Is there anything you want to add?
Yeah, I mean, don't you feel like some fighters there is always some implied on the line about when they are hated? People hate Hernandez a lot for some reason. And he's been the favorite a lot in the UFC, but the takes around him is that one thing I don't get that everybody says all the time is that he's a quitter. He has not quit once in the UFC. He has slowed down dramatically a couple times, but he has never quit. He's been stopped 4 times, 2 times on the feet, 1 time a rear naked choke, and against Ronnie he was trying to get up. He had a lot of opportunities to quit against Billy Q and he didn't, and he got stopped on the feet. He just slowed down because he, like when he wasn't getting people out of there early, he fought like a retard. Like he was cardio kickboxing or something. If he just paces himself, he has every tool to fuck Billy Algeo up royally. And he's the better grappler. He's going to decide where the fight takes place. He was actually saying all these things in this interview with Karim Bryant, that he's going to pace himself, fight the fight he needs to fight. I like him here. I think he's going to fuck Billy Algeo up. I have seen people saying Algeo hits like a truck. I don't know if we are talking about the same Billy Algeo. Bill Algeo. I mean, Algeo punches. I mean, his assets as a fighter are cardio and chin. He fights. He's not even a good striker. I mean, he fights. He punches wide. He's super hittable. TJ Brown was finding him with the right hand down the pipe all the time because Algeo loves to go lefty. If he does that here, Hernandez is going to like destroy him down the pipe with the right hand. I think Hernandez is going to hurt him at some point and tap him. Arm triangle. That's my hot take.
Very specific.
If Algeo wins this fight, it's going to be late if Hernandez slows down dramatically again. But round 1 is not going to be beautiful for Bill Algeo.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was like. When people talk about this fight, they're saying, oh, Hernandez might gas, whatever. If you're paying like a close to even price and you're relying on a guy to gas out, like, it just doesn't sound like a very good idea, at least to me. But hey, we'll see what happens. We're going to see the fight very soon. So on to the next one. Drew Dober versus Rick Glenn. I don't have some kind of crazy breakdown here. I feel like Drew Dober probably knocks him out. He's a massive favorite. I don't really have much to say outside that. I mean, do you have anything else? Like, he's probably going to knock him out.
I bet Glenn small.
Yeah, I mean, at this number,
Dober is super hittable, and his chin seems to be going, and he's one of these fighters that without his chin, he's shit. You know what I mean? Like, his whole game was built around his chin and his pressure. And I know Ricky Glenn got knocked out last time. It was a very awkward punch to the ear. He has never been knocked out before. He's like a big guy, bit slow, but he's a big guy, lefty, has some range. I don't know. I have this feeling that he may clip Dober and choke him out. Call me crazy. That's a gigantic number on Glenn by submission, and he's the better grappler, and people may have forgotten that Dober gets very funny grappling when he's tired or hurt. It's been some time since he fought some good grappler. Yeah, why not take it small?
Yeah, I don't hate it. I mean, I'm not looking to lay minus 500 on Drew Dober or whatever. Like, I'm not playing those kinds of price tags against guys unless
I think people are expecting classic Dober here, and he's out there. I mean, he got brutally knocked out. He has been hurt in some fights lately, like 3 out of the last 4 maybe. He has been talking about fighting smart, this and that. I don't think fighting smart works for Drew Dober. You know what I mean? Drew Dober is Drew Dober. If he gets silly, this is going to be a close fight. If he goes berserker, someone's going to die. Yeah.
It's funny. I was looking at Ricky Glenn. I'm like, I feel like he's older than he is. He only fought like a handful.
Yeah, because he looks 70. He looks like he lives in a trailer park. He probably lives in a trailer park.
There you go. Maybe we'll get a couple.
We almost had Dawson, man. I had him against Dawson. We almost had that against Dawson, my nemesis. That choke I was squeezing from home. He was out, bro. He was out in the end. You know, like Glenn was like signaling to him, to the referee, and Dawson was like, hey, I'm okay, I'm falling back. Yeah, that should have been called off. Like the Merab fight against Ricky Simon, similar situation.
Glenn is younger.
But yeah, he escaped the fraud, but we are getting him soon.
Dude, Glenn being younger than Dober makes no sense. I mean, they're the same age, but like, it does not feel like Rick Glenn's 34. It feels like he's like 39.
I have this theory that Dober is secretly gay.
That's not true.
No, that's not. I mean, that I have that theory is absolutely true. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but I mean, it's absolutely true that I have this theory.
You might have the theory. It doesn't. Anyway, we're not going to get into it.
Look into this.
I've hung out with Drew Dober before. I know for a fact he's not gay. He's a married man. Okay.
Like, you two hanged out in which way?
Come on. Alex Murrow versus Joe Queen Buckley. What do you got on this one?
I see a lot of people betting Buckley. If you bet Buckley, why not take him by knockout? You know what I mean? Like if Buckley is winning 2 rounds here, if he's hitting Morono enough to win 2 rounds, he's knocking him out, in my opinion. I mean, I didn't even look at the price because I think Morono's aside. But what is Buckley by knockout?
I don't know.
He's
mystery.
Okay, it's plus 110, then it makes sense. Okay, but if he was minus 160, I get it. But if you can get plus 110 on Buckley by knockout, I mean, it's the same shit. I don't think either one is a great bet. Morono can be hurt and Buckley is faster, but Buckley has a pretty shit chin. Morono hits hard, brings a lot of volume, and he's game as fuck. And he's a tricky boxer. Right? People disrespect him all the time because he looks like a fucking bag of milk, but he's a good fighter, Morono. He has a tricky guillotine. Buckley may have some takedown upside, but Morono is the overall better grappler, I feel. Good fight. Morono is going to bring it. I think doesn't go. It's a solid parlay piece. Morono by knockout is very wide.
Yeah, I like Morono here as well. I think if Buckley gets takedowns, I don't think he's going to be able to hold Morono down. His top control is not very good.
The great white is deadly down there.
What's that?
The great white is deadly down there. If he gets you with the guillotine.
I've actually bet on Buckley like a few times recently, and he won his last fight, but I don't think he looked particularly good against Fialho, and that win hasn't exactly aged well. Buckley's explosive. He's more athletic, and like I've seen people just repeating that over and over, but that's more than baked into the line here. I trust Morono's process more. I think he's better technically. Either guy could knock the other out. I think this line should be closer to a pick'em, if not even. I mean, there's a bigger chance. I think that Morono looks like a solid favorite than Buckley looks like a solid favorite. You're just kind of trying to guess how often that Buckley's going to land a knockout, which, like I said, can happen. Morono's been knocked out before. But Buckley's been knocked out before too, and Morono is, I think, being underrated here as a finisher. So I like Morono to get it done. 317 live viewers right now. Let's get some likes, guys. We're in the new time slot. We're bringing the energy today. We've picked literally every fight the same for the first time ever.
Yeah.
And
I'm thankful that you have a good streak going on now, because if this was earlier in the year, I would be fucking worried.
Yeah. Abdul Razak Alhassan taking on Joe Pyfer. I texted you this morning and just told you to be Joe Pyfer. How's that going today?
Yeah, I mean, Pyfer by submission out of principle, because this is a stupid white and Alhassan cannot grapple. If Pyfer wants to be an idiot and show something to Dana White and swing, maybe he gets knocked the fuck out. If he grapples, this is a field day. Easy rear naked choke. So yeah, not much to say. Joe Pyfer has been talking quite a bit of shit in the press. I don't know if Dana is going to like this after giving him easy fights, paying his rent and all this shit. Not a good look, Joe. We were never friends. Don't be Joe Pyfer.
Yeah, I mean, what's there to say here? If they swing, it's probably anyone's fight. If Pyfer grapples, he's probably minus 1,000. I shouldn't say it's anyone's fight. Pyfer's better technically, but Alhassan, as we like to say, has a high floor because of his. He's a high floor because of his knockout power, but I don't like his cardio. I don't like his grappling. He's 38 years old. You got Pyfer, who is a big hitter as well, much better grappler, 27. He's on a win streak. He's gotten a couple nice matchups in his UFC career so far. I think this is another one. I like Pyfer sub as well. Obviously, the money line's kind of unplayable at this price, given the fact that Alhassan can knock anyone out.
If you are a fighter that can grapple even a little bit, after watching what Malkoun did to this guy, like, what's the reason to not grapple? He was flat as a table below Malkoun, like flat as a table. It's funny that the guy is called Judo Razak and cannot grapple for shit. Like, even in the clinch. Like, he's supposed to be a judo black belt, I guess, right? Some sort of judo competitor.
Yeah, I'd have to see some certificates on that or something like that.
I mean, he throws people around because he's fucking gigantic and not because he has great judo.
What do you think about the main event? Your two favorites, Grant Dawson and Bobby Green.
This is already the main event?
Yeah.
We haven't skipped anything?
You could double check.
No,
I think we're good.
We have not. That's crazy. Yeah. This is the most disgusting fight I have ever had to watch. And that it is a main event, it's only good because Dawson has no gas. And I have to take Bobby Green out of principle. I'm embarrassed in myself. Shame on me if he gets embarrassed. But yeah, I mean, his I think he's falling off the cliff a little bit lately, Bobby Green, but who has really grappled the guy? Islam Makhachev. That was funny as fuck because everybody was telling me how Bobby Green would give Makhachev hell. He's like a greased pig. Makhachev is not going to be able to get a grip on him, and Bobby Green, with his Muhammad Ali-esque boxing, is going to give Makhachev a lesson. And the guy was like literally dying 2 minutes in, and Herding has to save his fucking life, bro. And yeah, he's a good anti-wrestler historically. And on the feet, this is a wash. Like, he's going to look like Sugar Ray Robinson against Grant Dawson on the feet. Grant Dawson is like, he has probably the worst hands in the division. It's actually wild. He just has a low kick. A low kick that almost even didn't work against Mark Madsen. Amazing striking matchup that was. So yeah. Dawson is a one-trick pony. He's very good at that one trick, getting you down and getting the back take. But if he doesn't tap Bobby Green inside the first 2 rounds, I think he's going to gas dramatically. He was redlining very, very badly against Rick Glenn. And I don't think there was that much wrestling involved in that fight. You know what I mean? He got comfortable positions for like 10 minutes. And then the third round, shit went south very fast. And this is a 5-round fight. So yeah, I think Bobby Green by knockout, Bobby Green late are mandatory bets here.
How many Bobby
I mean, I don't give a shit who loses because it's going to be funny either way.
How many
Bobby Green gets tapped, I'm going to be like, oh, he got tapped.
How many Bobby Greens is Bobby Green in this fight?
No, I think it's solid value. Bobby Greens is when there is no real value and only Twitter believes there is value. I think it's a solid bet here. But if Dawson wins, he probably looks super favorite. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
the fights are fought once.
Yeah, I think Dawson gets it done. I feel like Bobby Green has regressed, and he hasn't fought too many like pressure grapplers, so it's kind of a question mark. I just feel like Dawson's going to get a body triangle on him, and he's probably going to find a choke eventually.
Is he going to tap him?
I think so, yeah.
I don't think it's that easy to tap Bobby Green. Bobby King Green doesn't tap that easily, bro.
Yeah, but I do agree with this. I mean, there's no way I'm laying minus 500 on Dawson here. This is his first 5-round fight. Cardio issues. He's a bad striker.
I just want him to make Dawson work. Even if he gets body triangle during the first 2 rounds or the full rounds, just make him work. Just survive. Just get me a 4th round bell, Bobby, and we are in this shit. Just make sure the bell sounds for round 4. I don't give a shit how you do it, Bobby. And then we can have all the Henny. Bobby is a big Henny guy too. Like this other guy. Like Jamal Hill, yeah. Big Henny guys. Bro, he's all day streaming on Instagram drunk as fuck, Bobby Green. Hennessy should give him a sponsorship. Talking about a sponsorship, I completely forgot about it.
Yeah, I remember it. I actually remembered that.
Okay. We should do it in the end, which is now, right?
Yes.
We should have planned this better.
We should.
I completely forgot about it.
That is true. We probably should have planned this better.
I mean, we should have like a link added to the description where you can go to Shuffle. Shuffle is going to be our new sponsor for the show. So, and we have this code, MagicM. You can go there and get all this great shit with this code. It's crypto.
The site's called shuffle.com, SHUFFLE.com.
Yeah.
It is a betting site. I have confirmed that they don't limit you for winning, which is more than a lot of books could say. That's funny you asked that because I actually have that game on right now. I have the over. But yeah, shuffle.com, betting site. Is the code Magic or Magic M? I thought it was Magic.
Maybe it's Magic.
I think it's Magic.
Let me check.
It took us 84 episodes to get a sponsor, and we can't even get it right.
I mean, I had a lot of offers, but they were garbage. So I said no. You know, exactly. if you want Davante Adams to wear your shoes, you have to give him a good offer. You know what I mean?
I put it in the chat.
Is Magic giving the wrong code? Wait a minute. So yeah, following episodes, I will show some bets I made there or whatever.
Yes. And they're doing a promo for this main event.
The code is Magic, capital letters for both of us.
Yeah, we have the same code. It's magic. I just put it in the chat. But they're doing a promo code where if you bet on Bobby Green and he loses by split decision, you get your money back.
Yeah, that's shameless.
Completely shameless. I do.
No, I don't because I can't from here. So it's a pain in the ass. I would like to play DraftKings for MMA, but I can't.
Is there anything else? Is there anything you want to talk about on the Bellator card? I feel like it's not.
I haven't bet anything. I want to. I mean, I may do it late and not be able to track it. If the UFC goes like really well, I feel like losing some money on Brent Primus. I really do. Like, bro, he's giving me like 10 solid minutes of retarded Neanderthal takedowns.
I think he's gonna get knocked out in the first.
But what if he gets to the back of the almighty Usman Nurmagomedov?
Bro, this is literally like the biggest loser comment I've ever gotten. I picked the code Magic because it's easier. Like you could look at our text.
It sounds great. Magic.
It's just easy. Like what are you
It's
gonna
for
put?
both of us. So how? I don't know. Maybe this Luke Walker guy is a PR genius. What should we do? Have 2 codes, and the second code is like Gombas?
Yeah, it didn't make sense. Nice. More outs. Yeah, outs. Any draft picks? What are draft pick DFS plays? I don't know what that means.
This is a made-up name for sure. Nobody is named Marcos Amparo.
Saturday, the new Showtime. We'll see. I think it's going well. We have a lot of live viewers.
It depends on the total views, I guess. But like for us, like we haven't made any money because I haven't like I created the channel and I haven't introduced the legal tax data or whatever so we can get paid. But the total we have made from views, donations, etc., all together is like 3,500, something like that, in over a year. Like this is not making us money. If you think it give us exposure or whatever, I think it will be similar, actually, honestly. I don't mind doing it. It's funny. I talk with Andrew. It's the only time I talk with Andrew, actually, with a camera.
Yeah, that is correct.
Draft like this is making me 5,000 a month or something. I don't know what people believe. YouTube doesn't pay shit. Yeah, I mean, total views are going to be worse, but...
Yeah. A lot of times for the DraftKings, I kind of just go heavy on the underdogs that I have strong conviction on. So this week, like, Mandanka would be one. Hernandez.
This is a game changer. Bet365 finally, after 40 years of walking through the fucking desert like the Jews, behind Moses, has submission and knockout separate lines. You know, they only have inside the distance 4 years. This is a game changer because if you are getting a lot of accounts and this and that. Of course, the Jaguars are winning tomorrow. I mean, it's a playoff team, the Jaguars against the Buffalo Bills, who are not even that good. Jaguars by 20. I'm going to bet the Jaguars for sure. To win, spread, everything. It's a religious experience betting the Jaguars. Also, they are at home in London. Trevor is already a Londoner. Has been there 2 weeks.
This is freaking hilarious. Oh my god! Wait, is the Jaguars game in London tomorrow?
Yeah, they have been there since last week, and the Bills have to travel. That gives Trevor that extra second to throw because the pass rush is not going to be so good. Game changer.
Game changer.
This is we are coming back to the roots. The beautiful painting of my village.
That's right. Anything else?
If we are going to do live viewing, if people remain, I don't know how many people are there now. I'll just stay here because why I'm going to shut it down for people to go and then do it again, right? Also, it's live, so it will be like 2 different episodes. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure.
So you want me to just let this roll?
Yeah. Are you going to go?
Yeah.
I don't mind it if people want to stay here, but I cannot manage the chat or anything.
That's a good point.
We can invite people too during the live viewing, I feel. We should get this guy. He does live viewing all the time. The guy, Nick. He's watching, right? Are you watching, Nick? Nick, if you are here, manifest yourself.
Let's do a different stream for live when the card starts or something.
Okay, that sounds good.
We could plan it better. I don't know if we're gonna do the start of the card or the end of the card or whatever, but we'll do something.
I'm here.
Nick's here.
Are you sure we should not let this one roll because all the people are already here?
No, I'm not sure, but I don't really know what else to do.
Because you can come back, right? How many people are there now?
300. I don't know.
Okay,
I don't even know if I want it.
Let it roll. Get Nick in here and let it roll. And be back whenever you want.
I have stuff to do today though too. Like I got people here. Let me just make you a stream and you could do the chat and stuff. You don't need
I don't
me.
know how to do that.
It's easy.
Andrew is pulling out of these people very clearly.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm pulling out of that for sure, actually, now that I think about it.
Okay, do what you prefer. We can do live viewing another day if you want. If Nick wants, I'll do live viewing with him. Now that I got
that'd be good too. If you need the I could make you the link. Maybe I could make you the link so that you could have control of the
boo is my boo.
All right, we'll talk. See you guys. Thanks for joining. Okay. We may have a live stream, we may not. If not this week, we'll do it next week.
Okay, fair.
Like for sure. Like no doubt. All right, see you guys. Thanks.